Hi, I'm Jennifer Novak. I'm a California environmental lawyer who occasionally wishes that I was also a wizard. Business owners and property owners usually come to me after they've discovered an environmental problem. Being a wizard would mean that I could stop the problem from happening. But if I couldn't do that, then the next best thing would be that I would try to bring back certain information and documentation that could provide my clients a defense to legal liability and save them tens of thousands and even hundreds of thousands and even millions of dollars. Off the top of my head, here's the kind of information I would love to have in every matter and in no particular order. First, I'd love a list of who's who at the property. Who operated there? What did they do? When were they there? And how do I get hold of them now? And it would also be great to have this information about neighboring businesses and properties too. Second, information about what materials were used on the site, how much was used, who may have hauled old materials away. All of this might provide a legal defense or minimize the amount of penalties or money a business might have to pay. Spill reports. No one wants to admit that there may have been a spill on site. But showing that a business is documenting how spills are managed, you have evidence of when they occurred, could actually be helpful to you. Along those same lines, inspection reports for the facility, for equipment, even documentation of the property condition could help to show whether it's responsible for certain conditions. The next one's obvious, and that is insurance policies. And if you can't find them, any piece of paper that might help lead to one, like a loan document that might have required insurance information, or the name and contact information for brokers. And speaking of contact information, how about names, addresses, phone numbers, and any other identifying information for employees who can talk about historic operations? Similarly, since we can't go back in time, old schematics and photographs to show how things were set up in the past. And they might document conditions that predate a business's operations. And one more for now. If you have a sale document, a lease, or a partnership agreement, anything where certain parties agreed to take on environmental obligations or indemnity, you actually need that document to enforce those terms. So these are just a few examples of the kinds of information that could be the difference between a legal defense or no legal defense, and the difference between how much you might end up having to pay out of pocket if you're facing an administrative order or a lawsuit. Especially in today's world, where these can be scanned or stored electronically, there's no reason to not keep these if you own a business that handles hazardous waste or is subject to environmental regulations, or if you own a property with commercial or industrial businesses on site. Now, if you would like more information about why these documents are so important, or if you think you need assistance in evaluating conditions at your property, click on the link in the comments below to check out our free resources or to schedule an appointment.